Good morning, everyone, and welcome. Before we start, we have a disclaimer risk in the future trading. All our videos for educational purposes only. You're very welcome to follow any of our signals as long as you are on SIM. We're not responsible for your trade. Right now, we have the NASDAQ automated trade on the swing trading, taking a short trade, and the Russell is taking a short trade. We had a beautiful run earlier today, and now we are about to switch to the short position if this ES break the 32.1950. Today it will be the last day for this year. We broadcast on YouTube, and then we resume on right after the New Year Eve. Right after New Year Eve, we will continue providing educated on the YouTube. But from next week, we will be off YouTube, and we wish every trader a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. It was a very nice year. We have been live practically every single day, and we have helped a lot of people how to look at the market, how to prevent, how to avoid when to take a trade and when to jump into the trade. And I think we have covered this year a lot on a live on a YouTube. Again, to our members, it will not be a webinar on Monday. Again, it will not be a webinar on Monday. It's gonna be we start again, and you look at your schedule. You will receive an email, and it will be after New Year Eve. So today is the last day we broadcast on YouTube. But then we also need to take a break a little bit, and then we start again with a live market again right after New Year Eve, and then you will see on YouTube when is the next session. It will be broadcasting. For the ones just join us. There is two different types in automated to trade: the scalping signal and the swing signal. The ones on the left corner, the market analyzer, is for the swing, and this is an auto trade connected to the swing trading on the left market analyzer. The market analyzer is based on one contract. As an example, we had a buy earlier today on the ES 32.12.25. We are 35 ticks into the profit. It was much more than that. Sell, we just a few minutes ago we got a sell order on NASDAQ 8702, target 8681.25, and now we are 30 ticks into that trade. Russell, if you wanted to look at the Russell is sell 16765, target 1673, as you see it. And then you can extend your target if you want, or you want it to keep it where the auto trade predicting the market, that will be also acceptable. So, and for the scalper on the right market analyzer here, both of the market analyzers, they are based on one contract. And on the scalpers, we use a white chart like the CL right now. I just took a trade. This is the last one. I'm sorry, the gold, and it is buy at 1483.6, and we just got recently the signal, and you will see the signal on the first column from the scalper and the first column from the swing trading. Also, this is very interesting. Also, we are covering some of the scalpers. as you see, this is the CL scalper today. We all started at 9 o'clock. This is a different type of an automated trade, has nothing to do with the entry signal. And it was a very nice and easy on the CL. We started around 9 o'clock. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and it's done. And we have a $500 daily target, and it hit the target. The rest is still working, and some of them has taken a trade and some has not. If we look at the NASDAQ also, let me see the NASDAQ, what happened. Also, it was a very smooth ride. We started at 9 o'clock, and it was 1, 2, and then it was a really big mess in here. And then the market, and we nailed 555 on this scalping. If you want to take the ES, on the ES, also it was a chop. I mean, because we are, the closer we get to Christmas, more chop, 550, and it's done. So we're waiting on the others to see what happened. I will not be covering that much today. I mean, you're very welcome to, we don't mind to share our signals with you guys, but I will not be covering much today. I mean, we are done for this year, and today is the last day broadcasting, and then we start again right after New Year Eve. So I'll leave it alone for you, and then if I see anything, sure, I'll be more than glad to cover it. And all what I say, wish you the best. Normally, that's what we covered, that once we go into December months, and after Thanksgiving, there is not much to do. And this is it. I mean, this is a very low performance to win this month. So that's why you cannot say every month there is season, like December months. It's not the best months, and you get into a lot of chop market. Also around August, where people go on holidays, there is a low volume and there is not much to do. It is also nice to have a time out from the market and get fresh. So, and please do not try to trade on Monday. Normally Monday is this coming Monday. Normally Mondays are a bit slow, and now nobody is going to be sitting behind a computer trading very low volume. So if you want to sit down and amuse yourself, that's fine, but please do not, from now till the end of the year, do not turn your live account anymore, because you're going to get into a lot of chops, and the performance goes all the way down. Doesn't matter what you're using, whether you are using our system or somebody else's system, you're not going to get any performance. It is a very good month if you can train yourself a little bit, manage a chop market like what we are going through, then you'll get better and get ready for January months, and get ready, shine your gears and get ready right after New Year Eve, and start kicking into this market. So we are going to be on the standby today. I mean, it's the last day, and whatever you can get out of it, you can get out of it today. That's all what I can say. There is, sure. the market is not synchronized. One of the things I want to show you, which every trader should look at before you start any kind of auto trade. Before you start auto trading, there is one thing here. There is a very the market is not in sequence. If we look at the market analyzer, the swing, of course, is based on 1 minute and one contract. The market analyzer on the left upper corner. And then if we look at the ES, it's still into the buy entry, and then you have the Nasdaq into the sell entry, and the Russell into the sell entry, and the YM into the buy entry. So what I'm trying to say, this is a very mixed market when you have the ES buy, and the Nasdaq sell, and the YM is buy. They are not, should be, those three should be, all of them, to the sell mood, or they should be to the buy mood. What happened when the Nasdaq dropped, and what happened on the ES, which we were doing very fine, we hit the target on the long side, and when the ES pulled back, it came into the trailing stop, and the trailing stop is a support line, and did not break it. Technically did not break it. So what happened, causing the Nasdaq and the Russell go into the sideway. As we said before, the ES is an oxygen to the Nasdaq and Dow Jones and the rest of the market. So the ES, as we see here, is refusing to give into the short position, and that is going to cause your Nasdaq go back up again. So if any of our traders are in a trade with the Nasdaq, which a lot of traders trade the Nasdaq, you need to consider closing position. You're doing fine. As you see, the Russell, it came in right before the target, where the system calculate the target and turn right back up again. And all these problems at the moment, because this ES refusing to die. The ES is refusing to go from long trade to short trade. At the moment, you cannot take a short trade on the ES, or you let your auto trade take a short trade on the ES, because has been confirmed the target 2 here, 32.1950, has been holding pretty well. And in order for us to go short on the ES, we have to see the ES go below the 32.19 before we can take a trade on an ES. So please, if you are auto trading, manual trading, hand trading, whatever it is you're doing, do not take short on an ES at the moment, because it's not going to cut it. It is very important to see that ES go below the 32.19, and then we will start considering taking a short trade. Also, there is another thing you can see. There is a heavy resistance. It has been confirmed 5 times, and there is a heavy resistance at 32.23.25. So, in a very plain words, the 32.23.25, it is the resistance line, and 32.19.50 is the support line. So now the ES is going to drive you crazy, going between the support area and a resistance area. This is where an auto trade, you need to hold on your auto trade until this. If you want to trade the ES, we need to see the ES breaking down a little bit, so before you activate any kind of auto trade. At the moment, no matter what kind of auto trade you're using, it's gonna get stuck and it's gonna get chopped in here, and you don't want to ruin your Christmas by avoiding what this market is telling you. Which bring us to the Nasdaq. And the Nasdaq, because of the ES, has not been able to go below the 32.19 of the support line. And you can see an immediate turnaround on the Nasdaq. And that's why we have told you a couple of minutes ago that you need to start consider exiting. Actually, the auto trade has put the trade right there at the target, but has not made the target, and made half of the way, and we missed by a few ticks to exit the market, because the auto trade estimate where you need to go enter and where you need to exit, and each exit is different, depends on the market movement. So as we see here, the market did not go farther down because of this ES refused to die and refused to go in sequence with the Nasdaq. And that is gonna always, before you start auto trading, always try to look at your market analyzer and try to make sure that you have the ES, Nasdaq, YM in the same direction. Now when they are in the same direction, when they are all three into the buy position, your chances are much greater when you are auto traded. And when they are into the sell position, and your chances are much greater. But when you see the market is mixed, like what we see here, the YM is going one direction, the Nasdaq is going one direction, and the ES is going in different direction. That means you need a Houdini, or you need a crystal ball to figure out where this market going, because one of them is wrong. I can see where it is wrong and but maybe if somebody is limited, maybe he's not able to read it, and he's gonna dive in right into trouble. Another things also, if those three, and you want some add-on signal, then the 30-year Treasury bond never confuse any trader. So when we have the 30-year Treasury bond to the sell position, the ES has to be in a buy position, which they are in sequence. So if we have the 30-year Treasury bond into the buy position, this means that the ES has to be into the sell position. So the 30-year Treasury bond is in the sell position, and the ES is into the buy position. This means we have confirmed that ES and Nasdaq, they are in sequence and they're going very well. Then we look at the YM into the buy position as an ES. That is confirmation that we are in the right direction. So what is out of the synchronizing here is the Nasdaq. It is going the opposite direction. Sometimes the Nasdaq go in the opposite direction of the ES. Some kind of stock news, something like this, can bring the Nasdaq down. But nevertheless, when the ES come in to a major support or a major resistance, the Nasdaq stopped, because we need confirmation. As we see here on the Nasdaq, 87.0275, this is a re-entry short, so the Nasdaq is a long way from home to go long at the moment, because this is a re-entry. So this is a very confusion chart at the moment with the Nasdaq, and this is where, when you see the market is not in sequence, then you start say, okay, I will hold in a little bit for another 5 minutes or 10 minutes, and then I will go ahead and dive into the trade, whether it's an automated trade or manual trade. So this is where look at the chart and make sure it's in sequence before you start taking any live trade. And sometimes it makes a world of difference if you say, you know what, this market is not in sequence right now, I will wait another 5 or 10 minutes before I start activating my auto trades when I see this market start trending, and when I see the Nasdaq ES YM in one direction and I see the 30-year treasury bond in the opposite direction, then I'm going to turn on my auto trade. But right now, we have confusion here in the market, and sadly, when a trader activate his auto trade, the majority is when you're trying to activate something like this, you're not. Most of them, they don't even look at the market. They avoid what's going on in the market, and they just want to um, activate the auto trade, and they are not concerned about the market. They're only concerned about the P&L, the money, and avoiding what this market is telling you. And this is a very nightmare. You need to look at the chart. Does not matter whether you have time or not. Does not matter if you have a lot of experience or not. But by looking at the charts for 5 minutes, you will have a very good picture today, tomorrow, that this market is not moving, or there is a chop, or the volume is very low, and maybe I will wait another 5-10 minutes. So what I'm trying to say, when you're trying to go on those fully automated to trade, like if we want to take the scalper on the Nasdaq, this one here wants to take the trade. You can, if you see the market is struggling, this is one of my favorite, the scalpers. Then what I will do, because of uncertainty in the trend, at least I will break it even. That trade is become free trade for me. But when you are trying to, you are in control with that kind of auto trade. But when you're trying to take this kind of trade, you are not. This kind of automated trade is a total different than this kind. This one here is combined trader. The auto trade is taking the entry and telling you where to exit, and then you can use fully automated or ATM, and you can control the market. On this one here, you have no control. The market going left and right, taking a trade, and if the market is trending, that will be your nice lucky day. If the market is not trending, then you're gonna see red. Of course, you're gonna see red. So with this one here, at least you can evaluate what's going on and secure some of the profit, or take out the trade. You can take out the trade without disabling the auto trade, and you can manage your trade. So most of the traders, they have this kind of automated trade, and around 75% of those auto traders, guys, they don't look at the market. They just avoid the whole thing and just turn on and look at the P&L. They are not interested looking at the market. So what I'm saying is, if you just look at the market, so if we have Mike and Tom, Mike did waited 10 minutes and start the same auto trade, and the other guy just turn it on, avoiding what the market is telling you. So even if they are the same, two traders are using the same auto trade, does not mean at the end of the day they will be making the same money. The guy is avoiding the market. He might bump into chop market, and then he's gonna have two losing trade before the trend starts kicking in. And that is not funny, to start in the morning getting whacked with two losing trade right after each other. Where the other guy waited another 5-10 minutes, so he has avoided those $300-400 losing trades. So this is very serious, because $300-400, that's $100,000 a year, So so it makes a difference in the performance if you just try to try to look at the market for 5 minutes. It doesn't matter where. Don't get the wrong reading here, guys. I mean, it doesn't matter if you are using our auto trade or somebody else auto trade. You're not gonna get away with it. You still have to look. It does not change the fact that now we start getting the new signals, and we told you here it was a short re-entry, and it's not gonna change the fact the ES is refusing to die. And if this ES now come into this area and it's not going to give in to the short position, you're still going to get in trouble, So you cannot avoid those things. So 5 minutes, try to learn as much as you can by yourself. Try to, whatever gear you have, what kind of tools, doesn't matter. If this ES is not going to go below the 32.19, there's a new signal on the YM. We just have fired a new signal. It's not going to do any good. It's not going to do any good. It's going to fail if the ES refuse to give in. It's going to fail, and that it is really. That's why I keep recommending to the guys. As you see, this is also, once you are in a trade, the auto trade is taking the scalping trade, and we have covered that a lot, where we have a double support area. We are coming very well down on the trade, and we have a double support area. As you see here, it is very loud and clear. It does not require a brilliant trader to see there is a double support area, and we can see where this bar is right at the support area and it stopped. So also the reason I like that, because this is also, this kind of automated trade is giving you the option. I have $180 on the table. Should I take it out? Where on this kind of auto trade, you cannot take anything out. You gotta wait till the auto trade. Of course, you can override the auto trade, but then you have to reactivate the auto trade. But on this one here, especially around December, August, when there is nothing to do, you're gonna bump into a lot of small trades. Like yesterday, if we look yesterday's, the average was yesterday $100 per trade. It's not much. It's not much, and so at least here you can start picking up some of the table, and as you see right now, because of this double support area, and the ES refusing to die. The ES is still, we do not have short. As I said, it has to go below 32.1950, and has not been able to go below the 32.1950. And we've been now in the webinar for like almost a half an hour, and still ES has not been able to break that area here. So this is indication you have $180 here. You can take it off the table or secure more profit on that trade. And what I'm saying is a little more profit on the one chart, another $150, $180 on the other chart, another 180 on the NASDAQ. You're done for today, and you still do not walk away empty-handed. If we can make $200 on every chart, you still can make it if you have a 3 or 4 different chart, like an ES, NASDAQ, YM, and CL, or gold, or whatever you like. And then all what we need, one entry signal a day to go to our direction, and you're done. That's all what it takes, one trade. And so if we nailed on the ES $100, 120, 150, Russell 150, YM 150, it adds up at the end of the day, and you are done. So this is the worst is to stay. I don't know why they do that, but A lot of people, when they are using the auto trade, they are staying day and night on an auto trade, uh, and that I think is not healthy. Because using the auto trade, the longer you use the auto trade, the more money could be made, or you can lose your whatever you made on the first 2 hours, and you're gonna give it right back in. You cannot sit on a gambling table all day long expecting to have a winning cards all day long. So it is very important to have this management, and to be more realistic. If we are using a couple $1,000 a day on the market, emerging between Nasdaq, ES and YM and the CL, and if we can manage to get 10% a day, it doesn't matter if you have $50,000 account at your broker, but the reality is, if you are just using a couple $1,000 to buy an ES, Nasdaq, Dow Jones, and a CL, so you are investing 2,000 a day, and you have to think about it that the 2,000, if you earn $200 on an ES, Nasdaq, and Dow Jones, thus you're earning around 10% a day, and this is a very serious business, and you're gonna have some trade days, you're gonna have a losing days, but it's so sad that you don't think about it this way. You think as an auto trade is an auto trade, and it has to be traded 24/7, and this is wrong thinking, because how much is costing us the ES to trade? How much you're paying to your broker? 300, 500? Let's say $500 for one ES. Let's say $500 for Nasdaq, even if you have the most expensive broker. Let's say $500 for your YM. This is $1,500 in total. So it takes one trade on the entry signal scalping to earn your 10%. This is the way you need to think about it, not to think about it because you have $2,000 account. I need to make $2,000 every day, 100%. This is unrealistic. When we talk about reality, forget the commercial. Reality is unrealistic to earn 100% every day, especially in the future market. And so I hope this you can next year work on that part with the management, and it is very important to have this management before you start auto trading. And as we see here, look at this, the ES is still refusing to die, still will not break. We've been here for 1 hour, still will not break the 32.1950, and the Nasdaq is ready to go down. YM ready to go down. As you see, the YM from when we had the signal until now is still on 8 ticks. Look at this. The auto trade has took that trade, and it's not going anywhere. And the reason it's not going anywhere because of this ES refusing to go below those critical area. So right now, this market key, the magic number in this market, in the future trade right now, is the 32.1950. If this 32.1950, the ES is not gonna break it, it's gonna drive the volatility all the way to 12 o'clock, and if you're not aware of it, this is really problem. This is really problem if you are not aware of the problem with the ES. Remember, guys, the ES is the best indicator in the house. It is the best signal in the house. We cannot avoid the 500 companies are in the ES. So that's why it's called the ES 500. So this is a majority of the stocks, 500, is in the ES, and that is giving you the proper reading to the market. And as we see here, this NASDAQ, this ES, is telling you this market is flat, and there is no direction. And we have explained where is the support and the resistance, so we're not going to go through that again. So always try to keep your eye on the ES to see where we are going with it, and where is the support area, where is the resistance area, where is the critical area on the ES, and then you can start auto trading. So if we look at the Russell, I have extended the target. I was busy, I didn't see that. But if we look at the Russell came in right at where the system telling you predicted where you need to exit. So on every entry, the auto trade predict which entry direction and where you need to exit. And as we see, we have a sell, and it came in right to the tick on the target and then turn around because of this ES. And even on the scalper, look, this is also on the scalper. As you see, we have an entry come into this resistance line, and it's trying to break this 484, and then it's going to go to 484.9. So it is very clear how this market function, and it takes a millisecond for a trained guy to look at the market, understand his situation in the market. It's very important to evaluate where you are in the market, always. And it helps you a lot with your real life once you train yourself, evaluate where you are, and trading is a risk, and we need to evaluate where is our risk constantly, and we have to have a little bit thick blood in there to not panic when something goes wrong, and we all have been there before. So this is all what we have right now. So I'm gonna stay quiet a little bit. Again, for the ones that join us, it's not going to be a webinar on Monday, and you're gonna receive an email. It will not be a webinar on Monday for the members, and we will not be on the YouTube next week, and we will be back broadcasting on YouTube right after New Year Eve. So to all our traders, if I don't get to talk to you, I wish everyone a very happy New Year and a Christmas, and please do not get in trouble next week. Stay away from a live trade on Monday, rest of the year, because we have already closed our books with the trading, and try to have a clean mind and get ready for January when we start. You start fresh, not beat up and pissed, because you took a wrong trade or something and make you in a bad mood or something. So this is my advice to everyone. I will be sitting quiet. You're very welcome to follow any of the signals, and if we see anything good, I'll let you know. But I don't have to say anything. For the ones that want to follow the signals, you will find the signals on the first column here, on the left upper corner, on the first couple line where it says new signal. You will have the new signal, gives you by itself the entry and the target. And the same story here on the first column here, it says new signal. It gives you and a flash for you a new signal. And for the guys are trying to go on a manual trade, keep this in your mind. As long as we're not breaking the 32.1950, there is no short in the market, my friend. There is no short. And you cannot take a short trade. Thank you, Ben. Merry Christmas to all of you, and thank you. And then this is a technical area, 32.1950. If we're not breaking it, that means the market is going to stay in a little volatility and chop. So this is all what I can say. And if I see anything, I will turn the microphone on. Thank you very much. I wasn't sure if the microphone was on or off. Again, I apologize for that. I want to wish everyone a happy Christmas and a happy New Year. And we will be broadcasting again on YouTube after New Year Eve. And you will find on our channel when the next broadcast after New Year Eve, it will be there. I want to say thank you very much, and God bless you all, and wish every trader success trading next year, and I wish you all a really happy Christmas and happy New Year. Bye for now.